Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're tuning in from on WorldWideChels daily streams, people. Myself, Feroz, bringing you guys the latest Chelsea news, breaking news, of course. Poch is officially Chelsea manager, well, from July the 1st, of course. But we'll be discussing a few things, transfer news, and some exclusive content, maybe. I'm joining my co-host, Feroz17. How are you?
Not only fans.
How are you, man?
I'm good. Glad it's officially announced, even though it was the worst kept secret in football. Just like all these other things that happened with Chelsea, but finally we got our man, we got Poch.
Very, very sweet, simple, short, summarized. I like that. I mean, guys, everyone that's tuned in, make sure you like the video, subscribe, and hit the notification. Um, there's a lot to talk about for sure. There's a lot of gossip, especially the next 3 days. I'll be in the office, so if I do stream, it will be around this time for the next 3 days.
Hmm.
So I will go through what was posted today from
Yeah.
Chelsea. Chelsea Football Club is pleased to announce Mauricio Pochettino as the club's
Yes.
new coach.
Yes.
It goes on to say the Argentine will begin his new role on July the 1st on a 2 year contract with a club option of a further year. This made me happy because I feel like the club and the owners have learned from the past mistakes with Graham Potter in giving a long term deal. So 2 years plus one, that's a good deal, no, for us.
100%. I'm pretty sure the club and the owners know that it shouldn't be signed super long term, even if the plan is long term. Let's just keep it at a decent length. So just in case things don't go correctly, people can move on. But I am really happy with this appointment. Really, 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 really happy. As I said in 2018, I'm buzzing right now.
2018?
2018, yeah. So let me show you something.
Oh, that's what you're talking about. But yeah, Lawrence Stewart and Paul Winston, the co-sporting directors, they were speaking, saying that his experience, standards of excellence, leadership qualities, and character will serve Chelsea Football Club as we move forward. He's a winning coach who has worked at highest levels in multiple leagues and languages. Basically, commitment to development all made him exceptional candidate. I think I can agree with all of what they've said there in the article. He's definitely got a lot of experience. Wow, 2018, May the 15th. I would love Poch, but doubt it will happen. Was that sorry?
I think
I'm
that was
saying,
sorry. I think that was sorry. If man, it's crazy how we have so many managers that all of us lose track. But I
wow.
think this was during sorry, and then Lampard was coming in or something because I feel like he was, I guess, perfect for the whole model about transfer ban and getting the players like Tammy, Mace, and all these guys from the academy and giving them a chance, or like
Hmm.
just in general. So I felt like he was an ideal person. And if you just think about it, regardless of the crazy 700 million spent, right now we got to get the young players really like to the level where they need to be, right? And by young players, it can be signings too. So I think he is the perfect person for this. And this whole Spurs link really gets on my nerves. I mean, it's good to troll Tottenham fans here and there, but there are people like, I'd say that are content creators and are totally against anyone from Spurs coming to Chelsea. But then when I ask them, "Do you want Harry Kane?" they'll be okay with that, which makes no sense whatsoever.
Yeah, no, for sure. Well, I'm a bit surprised it's 1st of July though. Why would it not be June? Any idea?
I mean, as Fabrizio confirmed, I think behind the scenes, Poch has been just working already. This was just a formality. I think maybe with soccer and other things, they wanted to get it like.
Oh, you're so carried. When is that again, sorry?
Uh, I mean, I'm pretty sure sometime in June, right? Big up, Wayne.
We got
But
Wayne, man.
yeah, I just think these are formalities, the month thing, because behind the scenes, of course, he's been talking with a lot of people, and he's just trying to get his targets as soon as possible. So I'm just
Yeah.
glad like this is happening like really quickly, right? Like we want the wheels to be in motion. Poch is then hopefully Felix extension gets announced soon, and then along with Nkuku's imminent arrival. Obviously, even Mace for me, I'd love him to stay, but I just like how things are happening quickly right now. And even us moving for Garte, it's really good because obviously the Barca links are coming in.
The
Surprise.
Barca one surprised me, by the way. Why
But
would
Barca should know,
Barcelona?
with all due respect to Kunde and Rafinha, both have underperformed at Barca, if I'm not mistaken. They won the league, sure, but both of them have underperformed, and there were rumors of them leaving as well. So hijacking transfers and stuff doesn't always work out, right? So it is what it is.
Definitely for sure. Suranov is watching us on his new TV. I love to see that. Can you not
Wow.
see that on the
Big
screen?
up, big up.
Yeah, that's hard still. That's hard.
Mhm.
Big up to you guys for tuning in. Keep liking the video, people. Why does Barca always get involved? You know, Rafinha, we had Kunde, we had all these transfer targets. These guys can't be.
Good players.
They can't be buying everyone.
Of course not. I don't know how reliable the Barca links are, first of all. But the fact that PSG want him, Chelsea want him, so of course, like top clubs would want him. Um, with the profile that he is at, like I said, nowadays, unfortunately, we are like at a moment where transfers are crazy in terms of the amount of money, but that's because of specific profiles. They don't exist, right? Like back in the day, you used to have like really good, like 5 to 10, like really good strikers, really good defenders. Now options are limited, right? And they just lost Busquets. Don't forget that, right?
Yeah,
They
that's a big
lost
one.
Sergio Busquets, so maybe they have that in mind. Who was arguably one of the best in his position.
Yeah. Wayne, we answered this question earlier.
Yeah, just to keep it short, Sadiq, you can go. Just summarize it.
We basically said we've learned from the lessons of Graham Potter after giving like a 5 or 6 year deal, whatever it was, with 12 million a year or whatever it was. Basically, crazy figures, crazy years, which we didn't need to commit to. So the club have learned the lesson, the ownership have learned the lesson. It's gone with a 2 year deal. Let's keep it short and let's see what happens from there.
I think all of us need to learn from our lessons in terms of never get attached to any player or manager because your heart is broken.
Yeah,
I
no,
said, I said,
it's very, very true.
I said that with Mourinho so many times. I said that with Tuchel as well. And then Lampard, his first stint at the club, I feel like a lot of people did get attached for obvious reasons. But, it's one of those links and connections that you really got to be careful of. Like the Tuchel thing was just heartbreaking. Mount right now, but it is what it is, right?
The Mount thing I want to get to again. Give me your thoughts on Casado, and I'll be back in 20 seconds.
Yeah, sure. Ooh, like, I guess even last transfer window, we were linked with them because of the fact that we need someone to partner up with Enzo. Yes, there were rumors when Enzo wasn't happening, the club was pursuing Casero. However, I think it's more of a partnership rather than the whole replacement thingy how it was before. So yeah, that's how I think, and I'm glad we have someone like him on our target because we need someone just in case Ugarte goes wrong. Sadiq, I was saying the fact that when Enzo did look like it was not happening the first week of January, remember how it was falling apart, the Enzo deal? Then the club
Yeah.
was facing Caicedo. And a lot of people thought he was a replacement, but I guess in reality, because of Kovacic's departure and Kante, what he said to the reporter or fan, right? Like how he doesn't know if he's staying or not, and all these other departures, Ruben leaving. We need we need more players in that position. People will say we have enough midfielders. I understand the optimism, but to be a successful club, you need world class or really, really good players in that position. You can't just have like youth for the sake of it.
Very, very true. Now, this is a topic that I definitely want to speak. Obviously,
My boy.
you speak to Reece James
Yeah.
quite often as well. I'm sure you've sent certain messages today following his posts. I'm not surprised,
Yeah.
but I feel like the fan base never understand on a human aspect and what it means to certain players to go through certain injuries. I feel like because we play so many games and we watch Chelsea just on the weekend and we just see them play on a football pitch, we don't know what actually happens behind the scenes.
100%.
And I'm not saying that's our age group. I'm saying this is the new generation
Yep. No,
coming
no,
up.
no. It's what you said is perfect. Big up, Addy. What you said is you got it to a T because I said this, I think, last week to you. How RJ's dad himself said if he could go back in time, he would not make Reese a footballer. He would like turn him into like a doctor or something, like a proper traditional career that one
Yeah,
aspires to be, or someone in finance or engineer. Because of a lot of things, and he said he would go so far to be like the PM one day, right? Like that's what he would have done rather than being a footballer. Because for us, it's like oh, footballer. They are on the pedestal. We put them on the pedestal. They have so much fame, money, etc. But sometimes mentally, it can be no. Well, not sometimes. Mental health is a big, like a huge thing, and people need to sort of like share now. It's a lot better to talk about things and hide things, which is why when RJ posted this, I mean, I woke up a few hours ago, right? Because I'm in California. But when I woke up, I saw a lot of hate for this, which is so
uh,
bizarre.
yeah. I
Yeah,
was so confused.
I was like, "What is going on?" And then he posted the full thing, and then he was asking everyone. He's like, "Yo, should I continue with this? Should I post it?" And I'm like, "Bro, like, obviously, private conversations should be kept private, but in short, obviously, I gave him my support. I'm like, it's the best thing to do to keep it raw, to keep it real, to keep it 100% with the fan base and with people in general, right? Because I feel like nowadays, despite backlash, people appreciate the raw aspect rather than the fakeness of social media.
Mm.
So the fact that he's really vocal about this, amazing. And I told him to continue, and I guess he will. So yeah, I did talk to him briefly, but like I said, everyone is a human, right? And we all have emotions, highs, lows, despite being like a really good or arguably the best player in his position right now for me.
Do you think is it confirmed, or do you think he'll take surgery? Or
No
what is
clue.
next?
No clue. I feel like he himself doesn't know yet because there's so many factors to come into play. But I guess he's going to assess the situation. They're going to see the situation with Gusto as well. And once that is okay, I don't know why you're laughing, but
I got at the comments. Sorry,
yeah,
this
yeah,
comment
yeah.
here.
Oh wow, okay, interesting. That is true. That is true. But as I was saying, the fact that Gusto's thing, like I said, timing is weird with Chelsea because when you sign players, they get injured as well, right? Gusto also had a horrific injury, but now he's back. So we're gonna assess the situation in the club, and I feel like see what the deal is with both RJ and him.
Yeah. Big up Hashim, by the way. You always support the content. And just everyone quickly like the video as it
Like,
helps the
comment,
channel.
subscribe,
Please keep liking the video. It's only one
and the
click,
bell
people.
notifications. Bell notifications.
Bell notification and subscribe, but it's one click when you like the video. It
Come on,
helps out
come
so
on.
much. We're streaming every single day around this time, so come
Mm-hmm.
and join us. Um, but yeah, I think well said on Reece James. We'll keep an eye out on that one for sure. It's he only wrote this recently, 18th May,
Yep. I love
which
how he
is
has a diary, man. Like having an outlet is the best. People cope with different things, like in a different way. And
yeah,
even when I did certain things, like it's crazy. 5, 6 years ago, people would just go like, "What is wrong with this person or anyone?" But it's really good to have an outlet and just share things sometimes.
definitely. Just some quotes that he said: "When I'm not playing, I feel like the world is against me. I try so hard mentally, but it's super tough, super draining. The outside world think this is football life, is the perfect life. Well, let me tell you, it's far from that. That's very true.
I felt so bad writing what I wrote 2, 3 days ago. I felt so bad because for the last 2, 3 seasons, or should I say, like seasons specifically, I was so vocal about RJ being our captain. I was so vocal. And then, of course, I made that Enzo post. It really broke my heart because I knew he would see it, and I'm pretty sure he saw it. Um, but if you are not playing, then you cannot be the first team cap. You just cannot. Vice captain, sure, but it really broke my heart because he really, as his dad said, as he said time and time again, he wants to be the captain. Sure, people might think his personality is not the greatest in terms of being vocal, but like I just wanted him to be captain. But like it was just weird because after the Enzo thing, I'm like, you know what? maybe Enzo might be a better person for that for now at this moment. But it really broke my heart to write that, man.
I mean, you also told someone else that Reece should be captain initially as well.
Oh yeah, John. I remember on Johnny's stream when I said that, and we were arguing for like 20, 30 minutes because he was, and you know what, his argument was valid because Mount could be a captain. He could, no matter what people say, he could be. But for me, RJ like a much better captain. Um, and then when I did say exactly Hashin, that's exactly what I said. But the fact that if he's not fit, then it has to be Enzo. And a lot of people, like, the tweet went crazy viral. And a lot of people for that were attacking me saying Enzo does not know English. How can he be captain? To which I countered, Enzo as a captain for me is more influential than Conte being a captain. Conte knows English, but he is a captain because of the way he plays. Sometimes captains aren't vocal in terms of like specifically vocal, but they lead by example. And Conte does that, right? Like in terms of just the way he plays. So people lead in different ways. JT was like the ideal captain leader legend because he's vocal, he shows commitment, he has everything, he talks to everyone. So people do things like differently. Even Hazard, right? Hazard was whenever he was the captain, right? People were like, he's just really quiet, shy. So it all depends.
Yeah, no, definitely. Was Hazard ever captain with Chelsea? I know for obviously Belgium he was,
Belgium,
but for Chelsea.
I'm not. I don't think so because JT was there, right? So
Yeah.
so after he left, I wonder who was. I don't know. I kept losing.
We've changed so much. Be honest with you, are you very excited about the next couple of weeks?
No, I'm not. I'm actually not that excited because
At all?
I don't think anything will surprise me.
I think there'll be some surprises,
No,
man.
because I stand by this. I think if Felix is gonna probably happen, okay.
And this one. And this one. It
Yes, but this is the thing. This is not surprising if it happens, right?
is surprising.
It's not surprising for me because I mean I did sort of mention Osimhen like a few times. I'm not saying I have any intel or anything,
You sure?
but like I'm sure. But it's out of all the clubs he likes Chelsea in terms of like being a fan and all. And the only thing is the Champions League factor, but we need a world class striker, and he sort of can fit that role. I'm not saying he's world class, but he definitely has the potential to be that rather than like a one season wonder or whatnot.
Like Belletti. Did
But
you know Belletti plays for Roma?
yeah, you know like it's so bizarre how Lacazette was a top scorer, right, in the French league. His
Arsenal
numbers are
legend.
ridiculous.
What numbers did you get?
Ridiculous for Leon. No, but like I'm saying in general, even before he moved to Arsenal, his numbers are like he has a goal per like almost like 2 games or something.
Damn.
Yeah, and like
We should have signed him instead of
that's what I'm
Haaland.
saying. Like if he did not play for Arsenal, he didn't have a stint. So it's weird with like strikers to judge them like perfectly, right? But I really think that Osimhen is a possibility, but it wouldn't surprise me. I'd be happy, but just losing Mason to probably United, but that's a whole discussion you and I'm gonna have in a bit. That sort of makes me go like, this is not good, you know. Oh, Srinath.
Seraph always donates, man. Number one OG of this channel, people. Big up myself and Feroz. Garrett Soul, upcoming, sorry. Players not willing to shed blood for the club can hop on the Uber bus. Very well said. Bring in new blood to build the spine. Big up to you, man. I agree with that 100%. Talking of, also I mentioned the Reece James and Mason Mount captaincy with Minerals. He released a video today. I don't know if you saw it on Instagram, and he was going at the owners. Like he was saying that we've sold our souls if we get rid of Mason Mount. this guy is absolutely against the owners now because of Mason Mount leaving. If it happens, Mason Mount could still stay, like you said. He
Yeah,
could still stay.
his message was interesting. His Instagram caption.
I kind of get a bit of it. I
Yeah,
kind of see where he's coming from, but I just feel like he's gone too over the top because this is his favorite player.
yeah.
And I think that's where it gets a bit difficult for people to side with him as much because he's pushed it too hard, the narrative. But in terms of what the ownership is currently doing, obviously we are kind of moving away from Cobham. We are kind of moving away. And in previous years during Roman,
It breaks my heart, man. It breaks my heart.
but we used to win like that though.
I know, but like I said, and like I say in almost every stream, when JT was leaving or about to leave, everyone was waiting for the next common boy to shine at the club, whether it's Ruben, whether it's Christensen. Like those two were like V1s, and then of course Adoy came as well. All this before they're like horrific injuries. And then we finally get Mace and we finally get RJ to like be sensational, and we won the Champions League with them and all these other young players, and then to see some of them leave and then Mace also leave. Like I'll always have a soft spot for the Common Boys, no matter what people say, and I get it. I understand. Like I said, I understand why people give them stick as well because they're people who really, really, really overrate some players, and because of that, you get backlash, right? So
Exactly.
it does make sense at times, but at the same time, sometimes people go way too personal. Big
Definitely
up,
for
Wayne.
sure. We got way, man. Everyone keep liking the video, man. One click helps on the channel. Let's get to at least 50 likes. We've got nearly 40 people tuned in. Big up to every single one of you that tuned in this late. As I said, the next 3 days will be around this time. So
Mhm.
come and join us, myself, for row 17. If you guys want to see more on the panel, comment down below as well. We'll
And you
open
know
up the
what?
stream.
Like as you said, transfers. Like right now, it's the windows opening again and stuff, and announcements are being done. It's gonna be exciting every day. You know.
Every day, people on this channel, come and join us, people. It's gonna be definitely special. We got everyone supporting
If you guys have any
team.
questions as well for us, anything.
Yep, please do ask your questions. Let's talk about Lewis Hall very
Yeah.
quickly. He's done he's done great. Don't get me wrong, he's done very well. He's been robbed of assists in the last
Oh,
couple of games.
yes.
I tweeted recently that the part of the game that I like about him so far is in tight spaces, in pressured moments, he's able to take the ball even when looking back and break the play. For me, I know it's early days, but he does it better than Cucurella, and I think he also does it better than Ben Chilwell, in my opinion, just on that basis. I'm not saying as an overall player.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I've seen clips where, games where he just gets the ball and he can take it on,
Yeah.
and he'll improve. He'll improve. But this seems like a Conor Gallagher deal where Palace won him.
No, oh man, this is the funniest thing. The fact that we get someone really talented, a youngster, right, from the academy, and then he his position is like, I guess obviously he's a midfielder originally, just like how Reece James was a midfielder originally, and then he switched to right back. Like Hall is like a left back, and we have two players in that. Like I just wish it was another position. And the Kukural thing still. I obviously I want us to give him one more season at least because he was man of the match against Dortmund, um, and all. And then Chilwell, I rate him really highly. I feel like he gets way too much stick. There's a reason why Guardiola wants him as well. But a loan deal does make sense. But hopefully, we get we play our cards correctly because we can't have a situation where Cucurella is doing really bad and Reese gets injured and then we have Hall shining at Palace or something, right? We just cannot have that.
Yeah.
Wait, is Messi's thing confirmed?
I don't know. This guy, he has the same kind of views as me on all aspects, not just football, but sometimes he does troll. He does
Because
troll.
you heard about the Benzema thing, right?
What Benzema thing?
How he wants to go to the Saudi league. He's considering leaving Real Madrid.
Who's the source?
Oh, it's everywhere. Marca, everyone talked about it. Benzema wants to leave the club.
I've not seen it at all, my friends.
Am I like, I don't know, am I wrong? Did I misread it? I'm
You
pretty
must have, because you said you just woke up. So
that could be possible. I really thought Benzema, like I was hearing rumors about Benzema, so yeah, I was like, maybe that could be the stopgap signing. Um,
imagine we do sign him just for him to get us back into the Champions League. Um, Hall's an amazing academy product. His defending must improve. I agree with that. But in terms of attacking display, he's one of few shining lights. Palace loan will no doubt get the best out of him. Matson too has been amazing. He must be loaned out to Burnley. He's been a huge part of Burnley's success and promotion to PL. Deserves another loan. Decent points, but we want some of these guys to stay. We want them to stay at Chelsea for the season. But we shall see what happens. It depends on what Poch wants to do. We'll see a lot of
100%,
ins and outs for sure.
100%.
As we spoke earlier, Barcelona are keeping tabs. Luckily,
But
it's just
these two
keeping
really
tabs.
get on my like Gerard Romero and Rashid Rahman. Like for me, I'm not like sort of saying that they're wrong, but they just annoy me because of the
Everywhere.
times
Yeah.
that hijacked the thing. It's like, yeah, I really thought Benzema's thing. There was something in the Benzema thing today of him going to Saudi because
Yes, Serena sent it to me in DMs. I'll open it very, very shortly.
yeah.
What happened here? Chelsea interested in Osherman, Lautaro Martinez,
See,
but will
I
not
did
commit.
say this.
Oh, I don't want him to play as a 9. I don't want him to play as a 9, man.
I told you,
He's gonna get ripped. Like Havertz is getting ripped right now. He's gonna get ripped.
but I feel like this guy can put the ball in the back of the net, man.
He can, but he's gonna get slated. I'm telling you guys, he's gonna get slated if he's put as that.
Oh, okay. I'm not saying I want him back, but if Lukaku comes back, him.
No, 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 no. We're not doing this. We're not doing this today. No.
So then, where will Nkuku play then?
Second striker, isn't it?
So what if you sign Felix?
See, that's the thing. If we sign all these midfielders, I don't
And
think
then
we'll
if you go
sign
to left wing,
Phoenix.
then what about Mudryk? It's like I get it. That you know what's crazy? Before all Chelsea supporters and fans are saying depth is good, right? It's good to have squad depth. Now you're scared to have too many players.
No, it's obviously we can only guess for now, but I think it'll make a lot more sense in the next couple of weeks for sure.
That's the thing. So like I want Mason to stay as well, and then if Mount stays, where does he play? And then where does like it just I don't know. This headache is crazy.
Mount's going, bro. I'm sorry to put it out to you, but Mount is going.
No, of course, most likely.
I I got a fresh trim, people. I don't know if anyone's noticed. I'm ready for Mason Mount to leave. I'm ready for the new signings. I'm ready for Poch.
Did he
And
go to A Star Barber?
sorry,
Did he go to A Star Barber?
I can't afford him, bro. Have you seen his prices?
No.
You haven't seen his prices,
I haven't.
bro. You do realize he cuts like JTs and
Yeah, I know.
Grealish's hair.
JT, RJ.
So his prices have gone up, boy. He used to be
So
cheaper.
he's pulling Wakey Wine's situation.
Bro, I used to watch him on documentaries. I don't know if you remember Hunter Productions.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they used to do all the filming with
Wait, who? Are you talking about Wakey Wines or
A Star.
I was like, Wakey.
He was part of the production on
Wow.
some of the shows as well. I used to see him on that one. But
Yeah, no, big up A Star.
and now he's cutting Eden Hazard's hair every week. He's got more trims than goals for Real Madrid.
Oh, come on, don't do that. Don't do that to our boy. Wow. Big up Eden.
We got Eden, man. Do you want? You know what? Do you want Eden back?
No, man. I feel like every time we go for the emotional thing, it doesn't pay off.
You remember last year? Everyone's like, "Oh, bring back Hazard."
Yeah, because last year we didn't have a million players at the club.
Oh, so I love this fan base, man.
But you know what, man? Having him back just as like a Drogba role would be. You know how Drogba came that one season, with Costa.
Yeah.
No, I don't talk to him. Like, yeah, he's not even active.
Don't lie. Don't lie.
I don't. He's not even that active on socials anymore. So it's one of those things.
Don't worry, I got your back, bro. Once we're like taking over the YouTube world again, we're gonna change the game, people. Don't worry about that. Alfred, certainly not me. Certainly not in
No, you know what? I would take it because here's the thing. I would take him back just because of the fact that he knows he's gonna get probably like a combined 20 minutes at the whole season. Just like his situation at Real Madrid, right? If he's cool with that role at Chelsea, why not, man? But just for sentimental, I don't know.
Pharaohs come closer. Pharaohs go back.
Bingo, bingo, gala bingo. Big
Thank you
away.
very much, people. Like the video, people.
So you want to do a whole analysis on Mace as well, right? You were saying, or
Mason Mount.
yeah, you said we'll talk about that later.
Look, I'm not gonna lie to you. I watched the guy. He looked depressed. He looked sad. He looked broken. He's probably thinking, I want to sign a deal, but the deal is not suitable. The fans are against me. This is not how it should end.
And where will I play?
Yeah, he went back in. He came back out. He looked at the stadium again. I thought, damn, I don't want to leave this place.
Oh man, my
I don't wanna
emotion.
leave. But hang on. Why is this guy saying big up for 17? Where's my big up?
Thank you. No, he gave you a big up earlier.
Where?
Last week.
Nah, I had to go at him today. Because all he does, he's asked me for the link only. I try to have a conversation with him. He ignores me.
But I definitely agree with what you said, bro. Like if I was Mason Mount and I logically thought about the situation, a lot of fans against me, I would be appreciated at another club because if someone signs me 60, 70 million, you get appreciated. You just do, right? When Sterling came from City to Chelsea, he got appreciated like crazy. He got a lot of love because of the transfer fee we paid for him. Obviously, new challenge, not guaranteed starting for a club. Whereas at United and stuff, if they pay that much money, you're going to start for them, most likely. So all these things, it does make sense for him to go, not for me as a fan. I want him to stay, but if he signed Felix as well and Kuku coming in, then obviously he's most likely going. Oh, Felix is staying. Like
No, not Felix. This is Joe Flex. Is Joe Flex staying or going? Joe Flex. Bro, Joe Flex, bro. You know who he is, man. Hey, sports. You know.
big up, Joao. That's my guy.
I guess I'm in the dreamer. I got a lot of love for you, man. But I find it, very sad that you ignore me, bro. Like I have a normal conversation with you, just ignore me, man. It's not nice.
Big up. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, bell notifications. Do it so you guys can be
Give us
updated.
your goalkeeper, man. Give us your goalkeeper, man.
I won Martinez, bro. I said that yesterday, right? Or the day before?
We did. And I also mentioned these goalkeepers.
You mentioned the three of them. Oh, that is correct yesterday, yep.
We're always right.
100%. What are you eating or drinking?
I'm drinking a drink called Pacho. Don't know if you guys have it.
No, we don't.
But tell us again for the viewers why you want Martinez.
I want Martinez because I said the last time. Oh yeah, I said that yesterday on my channel. So the thing is with Martinez, he brings experience in. He's a winner, World Cup winner, obviously, and did he win the FA Cup as well? I don't know. But the thing is, having that mentality is perfect. Like some of his antics are like hilarious to me. Also, us getting a goalkeeper because you wanted someone for long term, right?
But he's not long term.
No. But here's the thing: the whole long term thing goes out the window. Courtois was supposed to be a long term. Courtois was good for us for a few years. Then he's like, "All right, take care."
Yeah, but he snaked it.
Kepa was supposed to be long term. We saw.
He's still here. He's still here.
I know, but what I'm trying to say is that, come on, bro. Like this whole long term thing. If you're good enough and you're like at a decent age, let's just get these guys, man. He'll be cheaper as well. His save was that save he did last
The
minute.
France that annoyed me.
That save he did was crazy. And
I
like
wish it went in.
he has leadership qualities, and we lack leaders. And I feel like his connection with Poch and even obviously Enzo will be good, like the Argentinian connection. I just want him for like numerous reasons.
I think you've got a like a brown envelope deal with Argentines or something.
No, I
Pick
think
up
he's
my cat. Yo, I didn't see my. Why are you telling me my cat's behind me?
bro. I'll call Hezbollah for the cat.
Hey,
Yo, let it chill. I'll let him chill.
bro, he's sleeping, bro.
It's fine.
I don't want to cut Zuma it, bro.
Are you gonna Hezbollah it?
Yeah. Hey. Oh, he's airing me, fam.
Doesn't everyone hear you?
Yeah, that's very true. I'm a dreamer and him.
Yeah, Slonina is like, I agree with you. I think Slonina, I rate him. I'm not saying this because I'm in America right now, but
Yes, you are.
his like shot stopping is so good, man. Really good.
Well, there we have it, folks.
Any comments? Any questions, guys? Come on, ask us anything.
Yeah, how many likes one? 41 likes. Come on, guys.
No.
Nine
That's
more.
not enough. That's not enough. I want more.
It's true.
Come on.
It's true. Whilst we ask people to like the video,
I like to ask this question.
guys. Whilst I ask everyone to like the video, 1 like helps on the channel. Feroz, tell us about this experience. Commercial break, people. Commercial break.
I'll keep it super short. It was probably the most interesting 24
How
hours.
did it happen? Actually?
I DM'd him. I just DM'd him.
So what? He actually runs his account.
Yeah. He doesn't know English, but his translator runs his account.
But how did he get him to meet you?
You got to understand something. How does he run his account? Like, does he run his account? He got into trouble for posting the cat video, right? He runs his account. So yeah, he's.
Oh
crazy.
yeah, the cat video. Yeah.
To summarize how it was the most crazy 24 hours of my life, and think about Diego Costa in like a small body. That's who Hezbollah is, right? Can you guys talk about Armando Broja? What would you do with him next season? Okay, that's a great question, Sadiq. You answer this first, and then I'll.
What, Fran Lampard or Broja?
Broja.
I didn't know. Yeah, Broja is a roadman. I did not know it. The way he talks with slang.
Yes.
He's like, you joke, man. To Noni. Did you hear it?
Yeah.
Like, I did not know that, people. But yeah, Broja. He's had a long-term injury, right?
Bro. No.
He's got a long-term injury, right?
Yeah. He had a long-term injury, and that's one thing. I just like how you didn't know he was a road man. I did not know how fast he was until Sterling said he's the fastest player he's ever played with, which is crazy to think because he played with Kyle Walker as well, right?
In Fofana, fastest.
Sorry, what?
Fofana, ain't he the fastest?
No, he said Broja is the fastest player he's played with. And I was like, what? And people are like, no, like he was telling people, he was like, no, he is that quick. But mind you, I feel like after the injury, obviously he will never risk that right now, like his running strides and stuff. How do I feel about him? I feel like timing is the worst at the club. He would have been an ideal player to get minutes, considering our season was a disaster and we needed a number 9. So he would have definitely played. So that was at the worst time, and I feel like he might get a loan. It depends on our incomings, and I'm still optimistic about him. But it just sucks how he might lose a yard of pace. 60 likes. We need more likes. Come on, guys! Like, comment, subscribe.
Guys, listen to me very carefully. Before I open up to the panel, I got some breaking news for 17. You you was telling me about.
Yeah, I really think he's gonna join.
Are you like?
Okay, let's not do this. The stream is gonna lose it. Oh, this is not good for me, but it is what it is, right?
Because I'll tell you something. He's in the list of players that could be sold, and then I look at this. Oh wow, we follow each other for once.
Yeah.
But I look at this and I think, oh,
No, no,
not
no.
people meant to see that. I think, damn, Koulibaly in touch. What's going on here for us? What's going on here? You're not telling me. Like, I told you, DM me is urgent.
Bro.
And you're not telling me.
Yeah, I guess Cole will 1 minute, right? Um, so I guess.
Apparently, Cole will stay.
Oh, look at the cat! Your cat is moving. Oh,
Yo, hey. He's slumped, man. I want
you
to chuck this
remind
trick.
me of our players.
I want to chuck this tricks at him, but
Your cat reminds me of our players, and you remind me of Frank Lampard right now. Oh, bro, chill.
he's vexed, man.
You're Lampard, and the cat is the players.
Nah, man. Unlimited Dreamer is Frank Lampard. This is a good question.
Let me tell you one thing.
Let's hear this.
When Enzo signed, a lot of deluded fans, including myself, were saying, Kovacic, Conte, Enzo, the best midfielder in the world. Right? When we always put this ideal team, it never works out. So those three playing together, one could dream, but I don't think they're going to get both Caicedo and Ugarte. Benzema 2.0. Who? Wait, I think Koulibaly scored.
He say me. I didn't even chuck it at him. I chucked it on the
Oh, okay.
It hit the white. It hit the white duvet, bro. It didn't even touch him. Look, he's calm, man. He's alright.
I like how you're calling him urgent instead of Ugarte. Nice. Urgent is better DM for ours.
Yo, Chidi, I don't want to be rude or anything, but you know, you call in, what was this guy's name? Joe.
You're calling Joao Felix Joe. You're calling
Agate, urgent.
Bro, whatever, man. Allow it.
You know, it's harsh. I don't know. It's
come
tough
on,
one.
guys. Like, comment, subscribe.
EE. Even though I hate the mobile broadband, EE, let us know what two midfielders you want to see come in. Under the Dreamer, I have tweeted your stream on Twitter. Hopefully, so finally, yo, this guy's actually supporting me. Finally,
Yo, I gotta tweet it too sometime. Siddiq, I have a question for you. I have a question for you on the real.
Go for it.
Your 5 ideal, realistic incoming arrivals right now. Go. Forget about the players leaving. Just incoming right now.
Lukaku, Hudson-Odoi.
Okay, no. No loan. No. First of all, be serious. Second of all, forget about loans. Besides Felix.
Felix not guaranteed, by the way. But
I think Felix is coming for sure. But yeah, go on.
I can't give you one.
You can't give me 5 players who you want to come at the club?
No, I thought you said certain.
No. Just name me 5 players that you
want.
That you want and that you think are realistic. Don't say like someone like.
Oh, cool. So either Kane or Osterman. I think one of them will come.
All right.
Ugarte would be second, but I don't think it will happen. Unfortunately, I think he will snake us. I don't think Casado will actually come. I think it will be another midfielder. So I think
100% agreed.
I think it will be like a maybe a Lavia or someone similar to that caliber and value. Someone that's not going to cost us a lot of money. I do think another winger is going to come in, which will surprise us. And this all will depend on, you know, Ziyech, Hudson-Odoi, Pulisic, all these guys leaving, and then we'll see. And then we'll see another winger.
Can you name that winger? Who do you think is a realistic option that you want at the club?
You know what? I think we might change formation because of the type of players that we'll sign. So, we're talking about Nkunkus, we're talking about Felix, we're talking about Lautaro Martinez, we're talking about these guys who could be playing a different formation. I don't want to. There's no point saying Neymar. There's no point saying Neymar.
You know, it's crazy. You know how I feel about Neymar. And then did you see the reports about Pep wanting him or talking to him on the phone?
Yeah.
Bro, and we discussed that last time. He said if Bernardo Silva leaves, they could probably get someone like Neymar. Because, obviously if he does play in the Premier League, he'd want to play for...
I mean, these owners have ambitious mindsets. So they will sign the biggest names and also for the brand, regardless. So let's see what happens. We've got Agent C hotcakes. We've got Agent D, we've got Agent C. What's going on, man?
Hey, Feroz. Hey, Sadiq. How you guys doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Yeah, I keep looking at the Ugarte links and, Chelsea fandom, it's gotten a little out of control with, because we spent all this money before, it means we're going to have the same amount of carte blanche spending over the next 5 months. And that's just simply not the case. Certainly not until we get rid of domestic signings over this 20-day window we have starting June 10th to get within the fiscal year and at least give us some semblance of balance on the books. But, when you have fans going, oh, yeah, so just go buy Caicedo and Ugarte and all these other guys. I think it's going to be one midfielder. Yeah, it's not going to be two. Certainly not going to be two that are 60+ million each. But I do think we'll get one. I do think it'll be Ugarte. I think we've been pushing pretty hard. But to think that we're just going to, and then it's going to be Declan Rice, I'm sorry, guys. It's not happening this time. We have got some serious financial issues. It's not about us running out of money. It's about us justifying the expenditures. So we're not going to get both midfielders. We'll get one, though.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with the mindset and the opinion that you're saying for sure. But I wouldn't be surprised if we sign an average valued midfielder to help out for depth.
Yeah, maybe. Like, if Conte doesn't re-sign, and I think we all agree that Kova's out, right? Yeah. I mean, if you're talking about numbers and just the fact that we are so cursed with injuries, I can definitely see us getting another midfielder, even if it's one on the free, even if it's one that's maybe a lower profile. Yeah, but you're not talking about a starter though.
No. I'm talking about someone that will help us out with depth.
Sure.
Definitely for sure. Especially players leaving left, right, center. I think it's a very exciting time, not just for Chelsea, but also for this channel. We'll be covering everything for sure.
I agree.
So it's going to be exciting times, people. Big up the panel. Let me introduce everyone one by one very quickly. Serena, if you've been waiting patiently, how are you, man?
Doing good. Thank you. How are you doing, Sadiq?
All good, bro. Good mood. Poch is finally announced, got fresh trim. And nice, feels a bit better.
The hair looks good, buddy.
I appreciate
Sadiq
it.
is the next model for the WorldWideChels.
He is a handsome man.
I might be, maybe one day. Alfred, how are you, man?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you, man. I'm just glad that this season is over. I'm looking very much forward to everything that's coming up for the channel, for Chelsea. I think it's going to be very, very exciting, in both of those regards, channel and Chelsea. And I think we're going to be talking about some great stuff in the coming weeks. And I'm starting to get more and more excited about seeing if we actually try to do something for Harry Kane. That'll be very interesting.
Well, we're gonna go in for a striker, so I think we just got to sit back, enjoy the ride because I'm sure it'll be a big name for sure. So let's see what happens with that. And our last guest, welcome, Mr. Unlimited Dreamer. Thanks for joining us. How are you?
I'm all right.
That's a lot of energy.
You want to try that one again, Dreamer?
Oh, that's hilarious. That's actually hilarious.
He gave me like the Mason Mount goodbye vibe. You know,
Yeah,
like,
dude, he popped an
I'm alright.
Ambien before the stream. My
I'm
God.
alright. You know,
That
I'm alright, mate.
that was like a Haaland interview.
Soda?
Yeah.
Don't have your soda yet? Unlimited?
Well, I'm okay anyway. It's just, yeah. Okay, Poch is signed. We were all expecting it, really. We were just waiting for the announcement, really. I'm a little bit excited to see what he can do for the club and see what he does for the boys. But let's just say the boys better be prepared because they're going to be with a rude awakening when they see Poch. He isn't going to be all like they can walk over him. They're going to see a different monster.
Yeah. I'm excited, man. I just want to see some of these players just leave the football club and we start fresh. The project that we've been talking about can be taken a lot serious once we see certain players leave, for sure. And some guys will leave naturally anyway. Is there anyone run out of contract actually this summer?
See, that's the thing. That's what I want to look at, man.
Yeah. I need to definitely find out exactly.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Because I haven't
Aspie
heard
maybe
anything.
only, no?
No, he's got
No,
another year.
Aspie signed
about
like
Conte?
2 year.
Conte is out. Conte is out of contract.
Yeah.
No, Kante
Next-
1 year
Next
left.
season.
Hold on.
No, I thought Conte's this season.
Conte this season. Yeah.
It's this season.
It's this season.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now. I got the.
Conte is definitely this season.
No, I'm lying because he told the guy, right? The reporter, the fan, he said, I don't know if I'm staying. So I think it's this
Okay.
season.
Feroz, contract expires June 30th, 2023. He has a market valuation of $20 million right now, but that was a couple months ago.
He was supposed to sign an extension, but that just died.
Yeah, I think we lost him.
Well, let's read this new article from CFCPYS. Deep dive into the current FFP situation at Chelsea. If Chelsea want a 100 million striker, they absolutely can do that. But once you do 2 or 3, that's where it becomes important with outgoings. Everyone in the football world talks about the 600 million spend over 2 windows, but the costs are amortized, whereas sales can be put on the books as instant profit, provided no monetization is outstanding.
Yeah.
We must consider new income from the non-footballing side. The new shirt sponsor will be an increase, and things like the pre-season tournament will bring in all their money. Remember, wages are also going down as some players agree to a wage decrease. I need to see who agree these ones, by the way, definitely for sure. We've got new start of the football club. If they didn't get Champions League football, that's very, very key. Plus, further down the line, the multi-club model will put a different compensation on the books.
Mm-hmm.
Ben Jacobs, who will be on this channel very, very soon, hosted by yours truly, Carlito.
Yep.
Really looking forward to people on 15th of June. Think you agree?
Yeah. Me, Jess, and Matt are gonna chat with him. So anybody that has questions, just come armed, and we'll ask him. But the crucial thing there, Sadiq, is that revenue and income on sales is immediate, whereas you could do a little funny money when you sell players versus when you buy players. When you buy players, this is why we have these long-term contracts. This is why we split them up into chunks yearly. An 8-year deal for an $80 million expenditure is 10 million per year. But if you sell somebody, you can put that revenue on the books in full immediately. This is why we want to do immediate sales. This is why we don't have to sell as much as we buy, because we can kind of cheat it and push it down the line the way that NFL contracts and the CBA do their thing as well. So it is very important that we sell and sell quickly, though.
No, it's very, very true. Especially we want to get some sales in June. 100%.
Have to.
We have to, definitely, which would be very, very interesting to see. But yeah, this is a big topic that we need to look at properly. I don't think a lot of channels talk about these things properly. I think we just talk over each other and just shout over each other, you know what I mean? So it's very good to try and dissect each thing properly. So if we do actually sign a striker, which I do think will be a big money move, whether it's a Kane, whether it's an Osherman, whether it's whoever you guys want to see, we need to be realistic with, this plays into part why we can't sign 2 big midfielders, especially as well.
Yeah.
I'm talking about wingers, whether we sign Felix on another loan. I'm expecting more wingers to come in as well, and that's because whether it's Hudson-Odoi, whether it's Ziyech, Pulisic, these guys basically got to go. Right, realistically,
I think they're all going to go, Sadiq.
Yeah.
Eric, are you crying about Mount?
sorry.
Are you crying about Mount leaving? You saw Mount.
He is. Feroz isn't, but Sadiq is.
For us is, but I was crying at Minerals' video today on Instagram.
Johnny.
He went at the board again, people.
Is he okay, Sadiq?
I don't think it's okay saying that we've sold our souls. We've sold our souls. If we get rid of Mount, that's
Oh my days.
it's got to that aspect.
This is the thing for Minerals. If he wants Mount so much, what about go live in his home then? Because if you're that much of a simp.
Mount will kick him out. Mount will kick him out. He'll be like,
Mount-
No, you know,
I
like
know.
some people are.
I
people
know. He'll be basically realizing, oh shit, I've been supporting a freaking asshole.
You know how people were talking about the stalker, like Mount Stalker, for a second.
yeah.
For a second,
you mean
when I
the
saw the headline, this is not a shot at Johnny. When I saw the headline, I'm like, okay, all right, maybe it's okay.
Oh yeah, I remember that was like 2 years ago, no?
No, the stalker that the one that was stalking him like last week. Remember, it came out of the
Oh,
news.
the female.
Yeah.
It didn't show a photo. It just showed like I just read the headlines. I'm like, wait a minute, could it be? And then,
Oh
obviously,
yeah. That one was weird with Billy Gilmore as well.
Wow, holy shit! Get a hold of yourself, Feroz. I got to ask you this question. And I have this idea about them, and I know a couple of these guys, not Premier League players, but I know a couple of these guys, and it is under my impression that these guys don't actually like the fans very much, and I think that this parasocial relationship that fans have with players is not reciprocated.
Mhm.
I think that even especially with social media, and Mount's not even on it anymore.
Yeah.
I think these guys are not happy with how much access fans now have to them because I think it's unnatural. If you're playing in the 90s, you don't have to deal with this type of shit.
Yeah.
You're not under the same microscope. And I can't imagine these players have a great relationship with the fans now.
No, 100%. You got that on like perfectly. Like especially like after what happened with today with RJ being super vocal and honest about what he's going through, and like some fans just laughing at him. That was just uncalled for.
Yeah.
But it's like one of those things where it's weird because from their perspective, it's like you don't know anything about this person, but they know a lot about me and they are approaching me and talking to me or whatever.
Mhm.
I feel like when someone goes to another level and are totally fanboying, it just gets weird. So just normalizing it in a way, like an interaction is fine. But as you said, sometimes people go way over the top and just it makes it really weird for them, you know? And like a lot of fans just take it for granted, like that everyone has to give them time or acknowledge and stuff. Like obviously the whole incident how happened with Arsenal players, not like giving the girl any recognition, but that was different because she was a special guest. She was at the stadium, if I'm not mistaken. So they should have given her time. But some people take it to another level on social media, especially, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I understand that, and I understand why social media is actually in some ways bad for the players and all that stuff. But this is the thing. I'm not trying to defend all the idiots out there. There is some nice people online and everything like that, but this is what all I'm going to say is about players. If you can't handle what people are saying, if you can't ignore them, don't do social media. Just be away from social media altogether and do your own thing.
I would say that their agency and their manager, not their personal manager, they encourage it because it is part of brand building. But the main problem, and this is not just with footballers. I mean, this is really a problem with NBA players. Is that after every game, what do all of these 23-year-olds do in the locker room? They're online and they're reading the reviews of the game that they just played. And when you've got thousands of people saying you fucking suck today, I mean it gets to them. And so for me, I mean, I agree with you, Dreamer. If you don't want it, then just don't be on it. But that's a revenue stream that they need to tap into.
Yeah, well, yeah, I understand that though. Yeah, I know it's hard to try and just don't do it or anything like that. I understand, but it's just my perspective. It's like if you're gonna get hurt and you feel like your feelings are gonna get hurt, just be with your friends who you know, who you've been playing with, your teammates who you've been playing with, and all that stuff, or talk to one of the experienced players that have been in the club and been maybe through this shit a little bit longer than them, and then they can.
I think it's getting worse now, though. I think
Oh yeah,
It is.
because the access is a lot easier, right? Anyone can DM.
Oh, yeah.
anyone.
And a new
That-
generation of kids.
Sadiq,
Yeah.
that and we were terrible this year. We were terrible this year, so it's probably at a fever pitch.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
I'm
Colin,
hoping-
see
Yeah, I
that
got you.
Guys, I got to head out, man. Big up everyone that's tuning
I gotta
in.
head out as well.
Sadiq,
I
I
gotta
got
head out
this
as
one
well.
question before you leave. Before
Yeah,
you
go
leave.
for it.
The Chelsea tweet against Leeds. You have any comment before you leave?
It's the right one. The rivalry, the background, the history. I agree with everything that Chelsea Football Club went with that. I get it because we've been really, really bad this season, and it makes us look that there's no point in saying it. But Leeds in general,
They deserved it, man.
they deserve it. They
Yeah.
deserve it. Honestly, they deserve it.
Karma.
Well, relegation, you mean?
Yeah, because Leeds tweeted about the 3-0 about life comes at you fast when they won, and then Chelsea
Karma.
quoted
Karma
it saying
comes
karma,
with
yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, it does come at you fast. So I agree with that definitely. And the rivalry is Chelsea, Leeds, Millwall. You know, it goes really, really back. So
I'm so glad Millwall didn't get to the playoffs and freaking came. Oh,
yeah.
Christ.
But yeah, guys, thanks for carrying on the stream. Big up Carly too. I'll catch
Sure.
up. with
Big
you
up
very soon.
panel. Big up everyone.
Alfred,
Yeah.
Seranath, Unlimited.
fellas.
Thank you, man.
All right, take care, guys.
You too, bud.
But
Sadiq.
all right, Srinath, what are you hot on today? What do you got, baby?
Well, it's Memorial Day over here, so
Oh yeah,
Like-
same for us.
and yeah, it's been an interesting day because I could see a lot of links to Ugarte. There are
Mhm.
some weird links where we would be signing Kunde, which I don't want him in the club. And there have been some signs of Casado, but I haven't seen any progress on Lavia. I wish we could do something for Lavia, though. He's a good kid.
Wow, Jude Bellingham knee surgery. How about that? I'm not
What?
kidding. Just happened.
oh, good luck, Real Madrid. Then good luck with him.
All right, so here's one for you. Then this pertains to the executive branch of our team. Michael Edwards was totally blown away by the Chelsea project last summer, but the timing wasn't right. He made what had been called a tasty offer. They're happy with their current recruiting team, so Edwards wouldn't be replaced anybody if he was approached again. Michael Edwards coming to Chelsea. I mean, I don't know how many more people we need. I don't know how many more cooks we need in the kitchen. How many more people we need to fight over who we should be signing, who we should be selling. I think we have enough. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, Alfred, but I feel as though too many voices, it just nullifies everybody's voice.
I mean,
Well,
I kind of feel if Edwards can't, harmonize the place, yeah, he could be. But if he's gonna stick his thumb out, then yeah, we don't need him.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, but this is the thing that I would back him for for a bit. Like, let's be honest, he's done quite a bit of good stuff for Liverpool. Let's be honest. He sticked with them until they got back to the big time and they've won quite a bit of things. And then he left and wanted to take a break. I understand you've achieved a lot, and then that team started to go downhill now since he's left. In a way, not fully, but in a little bit of a way, because this season, let's be honest, and the recruitment for them maybe hasn't worked out well. Let's be honest, because Michael Edwards has got his own full recruitment team, and Liverpool. To me, it's like get Michael Edwards, you might get a pretty good player, like a diamond in the rough.
Yeah, but if he's bringing his people with him, that's just more voices. Alfred, am I wrong on this?
no, I actually I agree with you. I mean, we've already got an overcrowding problem in our fucking team.
Yeah.
On
On the team and on the off-field team too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if you guys haven't heard, actually, sorry if I'm just saying
Yeah,
this,
go
this
ahead.
sounds like a change of subject, but I've heard that if most of these Cobham graduates are going, the Chelsea staff are gonna feel the academy, are gonna feel like crap, and they feel like, what was the point in all this? What was the point of them being in the first team?
So
And
how
all that
many
stuff.
players on Man City came from the academy?
1, 2, I think.
One or two? All right. So
Yeah.
the expectation there is that, I mean, like even Jadon Sancho, right? He went to Germany after the academy, and then he came back, went to United. But I think that the expectation needs to be realigned, and I think that these players need to understand going into the academy.
You
that
mean no?
unless you're
The staff. It ain't the players. It's the staff of the
no,
academy.
but the staff and the players are inextricably linked, because the people that you're going to be signing in the future need to also know going into. But you're talking about the people that developed the players,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, because,
okay, gotcha. Yeah. They're like,
it-
what the fuck did I just do the past 4 years trying to build these
10
players?
years actually. 10
Yeah.
years. Like
Yeah.
Mount. It's been over 10 years now since he's been in the academy, and then comes into the first team, and now he's going to probably be sold to another club. And it's like this guy's like, I developed this player for this club, and now you're going to sell him. I'm not saying that Mount doesn't need to be sold. That's the first thing I'm saying. He does need to go personally, Mount. I'm not saying every academy player needs to go or something like that, but let's just think. Ruben's been here for so long. I understand he needs to go. Chalobah, I'm not gonna lie, he could be a good squad rotational player. He's basically lost, gone downhill. Like we're getting Colwell. Colwell's gonna be given a chance in the first team next season.
Yeah.
And hopefully he thrives. Let's be honest. If he thrives, then there's no need for him to be going anywhere. Because like he did well with Brighton when he had the chance, when he had chances.
Yeah, but and I'll open this up to the other two people. They also have to understand that the reason that there was this Cobham influx into the first team was because we were banned. I mean, it's not the expectation should not be that anymore. And I think that there's going to be a much more streamlined process of any young player we buy is going to be a player that could be seen as the first team player. Any young player that we promote from the academy will be seen as someone that's a first team player. Otherwise, we're not going to waste our time. And I actually like that, because streamlining the model, streamlining the expectations, making it very clear that if you're a Reece James, you might get promoted, but otherwise we will look to sell you, loan you, do something like that. But I mean, I don't know, man. There, oh my God. I mean, there are still so many fans in this fan base that just want this team full of academy players. And yet at the same time, they bitch when we lose games. Like they're gonna complain when we lose games, and yet they still always just want all these young players. And it's like, man, you have no idea what you're talking about if all you want is novice players and yet still expect us to contend for trophies.
Well, they are Arsenal fans in Chelsea jersey. That's it. I hope Melina is not seeing this.
Oh, I'm sure she is. She was at the Emirates the other day.
Yeah, I saw the photos.
Yeah.
So coming back to what Unlimited Dreamer said and what you said.
Yeah.
Between John Terry and let's say Mason Mount and Reece James, we had people like Thomas Kalas. His debut match was against Liverpool. He did a very fine job, but he couldn't, do the extra mile to get that play position fixed for him.
Yeah.
He didn't give a serious headache to the manager saying that, hey, I am a serious contender for that centre-back position. We had Josh McEachran.
Yeah,
Josh McEachran was supposed to be the next Fabregas, but an injury, and then poof, he was vanished out of the landscape. We had Billy Gilmore. Billy Gilmore was an understudy of Fabregas.
He was, and I'm sorry about Billy Gilmore. He shouldn't have been sold. I'm saying that right now. He could have easily. No. I'm saying with Billy Gilmore, we should have kept him, because I feel like he would have actually done something good for us. Even if it's
here's
a squad
the thing,
player.
right? Dreamer. Sorry, should
This
I
is
call
my
you Dreamer,
opinion.
Unlimited, or Jack?
You could just call me either Dreamer or Jack, whatever.
Okay, Jack. Here's the thing. Whether we sold Billy Gilmore or not, that is the conversation between Tuchel and Billy. Tuchel was not able to guarantee minutes to Billy Gilmore, and Billy Gilmore chose to move out. We have to respect that decision. That's something which happens in football.
I know. I
It's not
respect
like
it.
we wanted to sell. He wanted to move on, and we were okay with it. Same with Nathan Eck, with Dominic Solanke, with Tammy Abraham. The list goes on. So the reason why I'm saying this is the players always move on. It takes grit, it takes hard work, it takes more than extra mile to be a proper Chelsea player from the academy. It's not something which we could, say that he's a Cobham boy, he should be given a chance. It isn't a birthright. We need the grit. You see, Reece James, he puts in the hard work. Whether he's injured or not, whatever is expected of him, he does the work. That's the whole point of this. It's not a rite of passage. If you're a Cobham boy, you should be given first team chances.
Oh, yeah, it should be the exception to the rule. Most of these academy players should know that they're never going to be in the first team. I mean, you look at even guys like Lucas Paisan, Izzy Brown, who's the striker for Leeds? Patrick
Bamford.
Bamford. I mean, my God, the list goes on and on, right? Billy Gilmore. But yeah, you also have to understand there are players like Gilmore, there are players like Mark Gahey, Jamal Musiala. All these guys, they asked to leave. It had nothing to do with us telling them that we were going to sell them. These are players that took control of their own careers and said, I want to leave Chelsea. And that's fine. Everybody continues to complain about like Jamal Musiala. Jamal Musiala was hell-bent on leaving Chelsea. He did not want to sign that first team deal with us. So you have to remember that it's a two-way street. And if these players leave, the fan base cannot ignore that it was the players' wishes. Okay, and just blame everything on Chelsea, which is very easy to do when we're doing poorly.
Yeah, I know, and this is the thing. I don't blame the club or anything, and I don't blame the players for making a decision for their futures and their careers for the game. They want to get game time and they want to make a name for themselves in the game. I completely understand that. I'm just saying hypothetically. I feel like, to me, just my opinion, if we had Billy Gilmore, I feel like I know he wouldn't fix everything, but I just feel like he would have been a bit more better than, except for Enzo, than the rest. Let's be honest. Well, except for Kani Chukwuemeka as well, because he looks like the real deal.
He just looks great.
Well, I don't understand why we couldn't play Zakaria, because Zakaria, in the games which he played, he was having that energy. He was injecting that energy into the midfield, but he just, they didn't want to. I don't know. He wasn't injured. He was available, but still they didn't want to pick him. I don't know what's the reason about that.
Oh, I think that's Lampard. As soon as Lampard came in, Zakaria didn't sniff a second.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. I think that was more of a freaking Graham Potter signing. Zakaria was.
It wasn't Graham Potter signing. It was a desperate signing. It was out of desperation we signed Zakaria.
All right, so we'll go to final thoughts here, and then we'll head out. But anything you guys want to address, we'll go around the room. Alfredo, anybody, Jack, and Srinath. I mean, whatever you guys want to do, just go ahead and give us a couple minutes of final thoughts. Go ahead, Srinath.
Okay, I have already said this in the super chat, and I'll say it again.
Sure.
Pochettino is coming in. The garage sale is coming up. We need all the deadwood to be sold. We need Lukaku to be sold, not loaned. Sold. We need to clear what was that? How do I say that? The ledger? Yeah. We need to clear out the ledger. Make sure we don't have any more dead weight. And I still see Bakayoko, whom we signed way back, still in a ledger. We need to clear them out, and then we need to start the process. We need just 2-3 players in this window. 3 players at the most, 2 players at the very least. One central midfielder who could play both central midfielder and predominantly the defensive midfielder role. One striker, and if we can't get a goalkeeper, we can manage with Kepa and Slonina. Or if we could get rid of Kepa, we could find a replacement. But I want Kepa out before I go for a goalkeeper. And I want the Chelsea fans to be Chelsea fans and not a Cobham Boy fan.
What do you got, Jack?
Well, I'm gonna say, yeah, Lukaku needs to go. You need to go back if you want to go back to Inter, mate. Like you said, you want to take your wages down. Go ahead and do that, boy. But expect us to freaking ask for at least half of the amount of money that we paid for you, at least 50 million. Because if Inter wins the Champions League, they ain't got no excuses. They'll have the money. And also, just say, yeah, most of that deadwood needs to leave the club. And also, this is to Spurs fans, by the way. If Poch wins a wins a trophy. Don't know what I'm fucking saying. If Poch wins a trophy, he whatever he's done to your club is irrelevant. He's a blue. He'll be a true blue. He won't be the white. He'll be the blue of Chelsea. So be careful. That's all I gotta say.
Hey, Jack,
Alfred.
I just want to add. Sorry, Khalid.
Go ahead.
If Pochettino wins a title in Chelsea or a cup in Chelsea, it proves one thing. Guys, no matter what kind of world-class manager you bring in, you can't win anything. Jose tried and Conte tried, and they won stuff in Chelsea. And when a Spurs manager wins in Chelsea, hence proved.
Alfred.
You're muted.
Alfred, you're muted, buddy.
Fuck, I always I always say to myself, to people, how hard is it to keep it to unmute yourself when you want to talk? Like, it's not hard, and here I am.
It's not hard. I don't think so.
It's not, but here I am. I'm doing it. To be fair, I've been up all night. I've got an excuse. It's 8 a.m. I've been running away from cops, getting busted, doing street chases in Need for Speed Unbound. So, look, as Srinath said earlier, what I want to see most of all, as fast as possible, is clearing out the deadwood. We've left too many players that need to be gone to stick around for way too long, and it would just give us that extra comfort in being able to spend more money on transfers as well. So I would love to see that we're really making an effort to clear out all the players that shouldn't be here anymore. But not only for transfers, but because it will just be so much better for the team going forward. The chemistry in the team, and having players that shouldn't be here anymore, and especially that don't want to be here anymore in the team, is just shit. I think that's what's been one of our biggest problems this season. Too many people didn't want to be here, and they showed that on the pitch, and we nearly got fucking relegated. So yeah, but no, I'm expecting a lot of clear outs, some new players coming in, and yeah, I just can't wait to see how we respond next season.
Yeah, no, it's fair. I think my final closing thoughts would be, you can walk and chew gum at the same time. You can sell and buy at the same time. The selling portion is extremely important. I'm paying attention to some of these journalists, guys like Ben, guys like Fabrizio. They're saying, 8 to 10 players are going to get cleared out. And that's, you also have to take into consideration Malo Gusto, Andre Santos, and Christopher Nkunku are already coming. And then I think that Zhao's going to be here another season on a loan, which is great. He's a very important player. So, take that in consideration when you say, oh, my God, we're selling 10 players. Yeah, but we're also bringing in 4 more immediately, and that's without any expenditures. So I would say even increase that number to maybe 12 players sold. And then, like Shrinath said, get in a striker, get in a defensive midfielder. And then for a goalie, I would go for a free player. I would go for Keylor Navas. I think that is That's an easy one. And then, this could be a guy that is a bridge over maybe 12 to 18 months for Slonina to eventually become the guy. And who better to learn from than from one of the best keepers of his generation in Keylor Navas. I would feel very relaxed signing him. He's seen it all. He's done it all. He's won it all. He's played it all. So that's, for me, very important. But, yeah, sell. June 10th, that's the day. That is the day, and we will be having a lot of streams in and around that date. We'll be bringing on journalists. We'll be asking difficult questions, having poignant conversations. But, yeah, the most important thing that everybody can do is be informed. Fan base, whether you're on this stream or you're listening to this stream, it's important that you're informed, because over the next 30 days, this club is going to be seriously tested as to the selling power of our club. Everyone talks about buying power. You need selling power as well. You need to be able to get deals over the line. And I hope that these guys have already started doing the groundwork early, because it's going to be a mad dash to get as many sales, especially domestic sales, over the line as quickly as possible in the next 30 days. It's very important.
Yeah.
So,
Also, just to quickly point out here, what you said about the goalkeeper situation. I'd rather try and have Onana or Martinez. That's my pick. One of those two.
Well, what I'm talking about, and I hear you, but what I'm saying is there a way that we can meet somewhere in the middle where we still have a great player, but we don't have to spend $50 million on a goalkeeper again? Because I don't prioritize the position the way that others do. I think that if you have a good keeper, you're fine. I think that Gaga could be a great keeper eventually, but for now, if we could get Navas on a free and have him mentor Slonina, I think for me that is the best solution, because you're still having a guy that you have for the future that you're investing in, and you have someone that can hold down the fort until Slonina is ready. I think that that's the best of both worlds, while also saving like $50 million.
I mean, we do have the Brentford option as well, Raya, I think.
How much?
I think about 20-ish.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah,
No, I thought it was 30 or 40 million they asked max.
Yeah, I mean, that seems a little low.
Yeah.
I
As you
agree.
said, sorry?
No, I was saying I would agree to Carlito's point, saying that if we have a gem and we just need a stopgap, Keylor Navas is a very good option.
Yeah.
Who could mentor him, and then he could be the front runner right now, and then he could become the backup eventually, which would give him the longevity.
So here's the deal. Fabricio, no changes on David Raya's situation. His plans to leave. Club wants at least 40 million pounds. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I think that it could be spent elsewhere. So that's just my opinion. And this time we do have limited funds, not the club, but what we're allowed to do. Like this is about rules now, not about how much money we have as a club. All right. Well, it's been a good stream. I liked what Feroz and Sadiq did as well prior to this. Expect a lot more. I know Alfred and I have talked with Matt and Sadiq about, this summer really reinvigorating the channel. We went through some ups and downs throughout the year. Some things happened behind the scenes. Availability became an issue with things not related to football. And it happens, right? It just does. But I think Alfred, I think I speak for the founding fathers when I say that it'll be prioritized heavily this summer.
Yes, absolutely.
And so it's great. And we're going to get back on track. I think that the team's going to get back on track, and it should be a really fun summer. We have our biggest rivals, greatest ever manager is now our manager. That is something. That is definitely something.
That's got to be something to be interested in. And
I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled. I love some needling. Needling the Spurs fans.
Oh, before we end the stream, did you see Expression's reaction?
Yes.
By the way, his videos are some of the funniest things I've ever seen. He's fucking amazing.
I know, he's fucking genius. He really is.
So good, dude.
Yeah.
Even though he's a Spurs fan, I respect the guy. He's
so
says
funny.
he says what it is straight up. He doesn't make any kind of imaginary bullshit.
Guy talks like a high class lawyer, man. He could spit. He could spit like
Oh
crazy.
yeah.
All right, hey, all right. It's been WorldWideChels. We'll see you guys tomorrow, probably, and take it easy.
Peace, everyone.
Peace. Visit the merch.